What up YouTube, it's me David from Auspol Explained, and today we're doing something a little bit different. It's a haul video. No, not the corridor in between different rooms, I mean stuff. I got stuff to show you. Recently I went on holiday. I went to 3 different places. I went to Vienna, Edinburgh and London, but while I was over there in the Northern Hemisphere where it was ridiculously hot and they don't have aircon, I went to visit some parliaments because that's what I do on holidays. I visit parliaments. And the second coolest thing about visiting a parliament and seeing the legislative chambers is seeing the gift shop of the parliament. So this is a whole video of all the things I got from the parliaments of Scotland, the UK and Austria in that order. First up is Scotland. Now the Parliament of Scotland is a fascinating modern building. I really like the design. It's artistic, it's different, it's full of symbolism. Unfortunately, I did not have much time in the gift shop. I was a bit rushed. I had to go do something else. I went off and did some other fun stuff, but this is not a vlog about my holiday. But that's basically just to explain why I don't have much stuff. So first off, I got a notebook, a beautiful purple notebook. I love notebooks. They're good for writing things in. And this one's lined, which is normal, but not in Austria. So many notebooks I looked at in Austria were not lined, and I'm like, what do I do with that? I'm like a child, let me write within the lines. So it's beautiful and purple, it's gorgeous. Now, this is not the first time I've actually been to Scotland. I went to the Scottish Parliament and saw it in 2023, and there I got a smaller notebook. And the other thing that I got from the Scottish Parliament gift shop was a mug. Oh, it's all wrapped. Ooh, ASMR. This is the Scottish Parliament gift shop mug. Okay, let's open it. It's been a while. I can't actually remember what it looks like, but I'm assuming that it's a white mug with the Scottish Parliament logo on it. Oh, it's not. I've actually forgotten what it looked like. This is actually very good. It says Parliament of Scotland on one side. It's got the building, and on the other side it says Parliament of Scotland, but in Scots, with the same image. A really cool thing about the Scottish Parliament is that they do things bilingually. If you go on their website and read their educational resources, they have them in English and in Scots. I actually have a decent collection of Parliament mugs, so this is going to add to it. Okay, next we have the Palace of Westminster, the UK Parliament, you know, the big one, the big building that Big Ben is attached to. When you go there, there's lots of tourists on the corner where Big Ben is, and then you go to the other end of it and there's no one, because everyone's like, Big Ben! I'm like, the Palace of Westminster, the big parliament. And to be honest, that is where I spent most of my money. I had a bit more time this time. I got fridge magnet. Fridge magnet. It says Houses of Parliament. It's a street sign, basically to know where you are. In case you're like, where am I? What's that? Big Ben? Never heard of it. It's beautiful. Also a thing that I collect on holidays are fridge magnets, because they're small, and they're nice and aesthetic, and you can look at them because they're on the fridge. So it's a good way to get a souvenir that works within the weight limits, which is a bit more difficult if you're just collecting notebooks. Which is why, again, not the first time that I've been to the UK Parliament. I did it previously in 2023 on my honeymoon. I didn't go there for my honeymoon. I went to London for my honeymoon, and while there, I went to the UK Parliament. My wife is lovely and accepts that, yes, whenever we go on holiday, we will go visit a Parliament house, and on our honeymoon we visited 4. So this is the fridge magnet that I got back in 2023. It is the House of Parliament. It's actually more visually stunning. So they go well together on the fridge. As I keep mentioning Big Ben, I also got a official guide to Big Ben and the Elizabeth Tower. Oh, new book smell. It smells so good. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Again, because this is not the first time that I've been there, it is now part of the matching set. They sell 3 books in the gift shop. The Palace of Westminster official guide, the Speaker's House official guide, because the Speaker actually has accommodation at the Palace of Westminster. That's where he keeps his pet turtle. That's not a joke. And now also the official guide to Big Ben. So now I know all about all the various bits. I have lots of reading material. Oh, of course, last time I also got the Scottish Parliament guidebook, because what am I, an idiot? I'm not going to pass up an opportunity for a guidebook. I have several. And what's that? Of course I got a notebook. I got a House of Commons notebook for writing things down in. And what's that? It's lined like a notebook should be. Austria. Yeah, last time I went, I got a notebook because that's what I do. It's a really nice one, a black one. But what I decided to use it for as a practical thing is a diary. So this is my diary, basically, or it was. It is full. This was my diary from the very start of 2025 all the way to the 20th of June. And the very last diary entry is about how my parents are selling the house that I lived in from when I was 5 until about 25. And it's gone now. My childhood home is gone. That Scottish Parliament notebook and the other House of Commons notebook is eventually going to become my diary when I finish the current notebook that I'm using, which I got in Japan. And what's this? Ah, it's another mug. ASMR time. That's a bit aggressive. Okay. And tearing it open. It's a beautiful green mug with the portcullis or whatever it is to symbolize Parliament. This is part of the House of Commons line because it's all green for them there. Again, adding to my mug collection. And don't worry, all you big fans of the nobility and the aristocracy out there are like, what about the House of Lords? Don't worry, I got a House of Lords tote bag to, again, add to the collection because it's not the first time I've been here. I have a House of Commons and Scottish Parliament tote bag as well. So yeah, add it to it. Works both directions, so everyone knows how much you love the nobility with your House of Lords tote bag. Stylish, fashionable, wealthy, maybe, technically don't need to be anymore. Also a great way to save on weight limits, especially when you fly on budget airlines. Postcards. You're not allowed to take photos during the tour, so here is a postcard of the House of Commons. And this is a postcard of the outside of the building. I realised that I definitely did get some postcards of the Scottish Parliament. I just don't know where they went. I got home literally 3 days ago, and I've already lost some stuff. I'm a bit disorganised. I also got some pins. This one says, I visited the UK Parliament. That's accurate. And I also got this one. I am a part of Parliament. I don't know if you can get those from the gift shop. I didn't. They're given to school students who do school tours and visits. I didn't like beat up a 10-year-old to get it. I was actually just talking to the education team, or at least some of them at the UK Parliament, and just sitting there being incredibly wildly impressed by the sheer volume of people that they have to deal with and the scope and amount of programs they have to engage with the public of the UK. Yeah, they do amazing work engaging people and helping them understand how Parliament and politics works. You know, my kind of people. Similar mission statement. And then they gave me some pins. Isn't that nice? So that is, I think, everything I got from the UK Parliament, unless I've forgotten something and I discover it weeks from now while moving things and go, oh, a nice little surprise gift to myself. I love having limited short-term memory. So finally, the Austrian Parliament. It's sick. It's so cool. The building itself, you know, old, like 19th century, you know, calling back to the like ancient times where they're like, oh, here's all these symbols of gods that we don't believe in. I think it's Athena or something. It represents wisdom outside. But once you enter, they've actually like renovated the immediate interior so that it is a public space. You just need to go through security and you can spend hours in there with interactive displays, multiple rooms, like there's activities for kids to learn about how bills become a law. There's like interactive screens and dioramas, there's a cafe, there's so much. Like I just went there for a tour. I spent a couple of hours afterwards like looking at all the stuff that they have. The way that they're like, this is a public space. This is the people's house. The people have to be able to come in here and like have a tangible connection to it. Please come on in, please see this space and learn about democracy, because democracy requires the public to actually understand and care and participate. So be here, come here, look at it. I was blown away with what they've done, the amount of effort they've put in to like making it an accessible space. Phenomenal. Anyway, let me tell you what I got. Honestly, not much. There was a lot of cool stuff. They had so many books there. You don't normally see books other than like guidebooks, but like they had like proper good books, which unfortunately were heavy and thick. So I was like, that's not gonna come in my suitcase. So I got pens. Also, the books were not in English, they were in German, obviously. So again, I got pens. They've just got the Austrian Parliament logo on them. I like pens. Obviously, I need pens because how else am I going to write in my notebooks that I keep getting? This one's not going to be a diary. This is a bit smaller. It's nice. You know, I need a bit of variety in my notebooks. Such is life, you know? But this one's really textured. I don't know how well you can see it. It is very much like a sort of like a textured representation of elements of the exterior of the Parliament House building. The statue outside and the columns and a horse-drawn chariot, which I don't recall seeing, but I'm sure it's there if I look back at my photos. Again, they really do invite people to come in. Like, you could go into the library and there's like oral histories that you can sit down and listen to. There's reading spaces, like there's so much. Anyway, so I just ended up getting bookmarks. This is not a bookmark from there. Where is my stuff? This is from a different thing. This is a ticket. I don't know where it went. I did get bookmarks from the Austrian Parliament Library. I don't know where they are. I also got myself a tote bag because it's so handy and I love practical gifts. You can see a recurring theme. I love guidebooks. I love notebooks. I love mugs, pens, fridge magnets, and tote bags. Lots of gift shops are like, would you like fancy branded chocolates? I'm like, no. It's gonna melt. It's unseasonably hot in Austria. But what I do like is a tote bag that'll last me forever and not cause me to have a flare-up of gout. So this is my Austrian Parliament tote bag, which I love, as an addition to my many, many Parliament tote bags. As Tim Minchin once wisely said, take your canvas bags to the supermarket, take your canvas bags to the supermarket. And then he said it several more times. That is, of course, not everything, but I have literally lost all the other stuff. Which is weird because, again, I only came home a few days ago. Where would I have put it? Seriously, notebooks are good. They're a good gift. They're a good practical thing to have. And honestly, they have been what I've been getting from Parliament gift shops since the very beginning. I still have the notebook that I got from my very first visit to any Parliament when I visited the Australian Parliament in Canberra back when I was 17 years old, I think. It was a family trip. I got this tiny little notebook. It's a good gift. Get someone a parliamentary notebook. And why not visit your local Parliament, not just to see what they have in the gift shop, but also just like in general, engage with Parliament and learn about it and see the sites. They're fun, they're cool buildings, they're interesting, and you learn more about how the system works that affects you. So that is a bonus. Plus, then you get a notebook. Hopefully. Not every Parliament has a gift shop. I will caution you. Caution. Not every Parliament has a gift shop. I know, it's sad but true. But at least if you go there and do a tour, you get the best gift of all. Knowledge about Parliament. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below your favourite thing that you've bought from a Parliament gift shop, or just a gift shop in general, because I assume most of you have not gone to a Parliament gift shop. But tell me if you have, and tell me what your favourite thing was. Thank you so much to my supporters on Patreon, who have effectively funded my tote bag and Parliament mug obsession. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.
5 minutes later.
Oh, hey, good news, everyone. I did find the stuff, or at least some of it. I'm still searching for the Scottish Parliament postcards, but I did find more things. That's right, I got more things. I got so many things. Turns out I did actually get a bunch of postcards from the Austrian Parliament, because of course I did, and they're beautiful, they're good, and I like them. I wasn't lying, you can actually visit the Austrian Parliament Library, and I indeed got bookmarks, because of course I got bookmarks. I love books. I'm going to put these bookmarks in my guidebooks of parliaments, so I know where I'm up to in my journey about learning more about the parliaments that I've seen. That's life hack for you. That's how you use bookmarks. Why, yes, the books at the Austrian Parliament were mostly in German, not English. At least this one, which is still in German, has pictures. Oh, wow, I love pictures. I love nice pictures. It also has a €5 coin in it, because I love commemorative coins, as well, as some of you might already know about me. If you ever want to give me a gift that isn't a notebook, I do quite literally like money. It doesn't even have to be money I can spend. Just give me money. I came home with loose change and I was like, yes, I'm going to add that to my coin collection. And even better news, I remembered where I put my Scottish Parliament postcards. So I did not lose anything. I put it in a nice safe spot in the little fold pocket at the back to make sure they didn't bend. Thank you, notebook, for keeping my Scottish Parliament postcards safe from bending in my luggage. Another benefit to notebooks with hard covers. Okay, I really am done now. Goodbye again.